Hey everybody, and welcome to another video. I'm sure some of you remember me playing Once Human. Well, this time we are trying its standalone spin-off called Once Human RaidZone. It's a multiplayer, open-world survival game, with elements of PvE, PvP, base building, and character development. As I was flying down towards the mainland, I already spotted a cozy spot where we could try to set up our first base. And as soon as I landed, I already had to overcome our first little challenge. That place was already taken by another survivor, so we had to destroy his territory. Now, when the unwanted guest was eliminated, we had to place our own territory and start gathering resources to build our own house. After a while, our first cozy base was up and ready. I quickly had to grab something to eat, and then we needed to go out to try and find some basic gear. And this is when I had my ass whooped for the very first time. I wasn't exactly aware how difficult the PvE might be for a fresh player. I respawned and went back straight where I died. I picked up everything I had and then went over to a different spot to try myself maybe against some less demanding mobs. After running around for about half an hour, killing mobs and looting, I decided to go back to my base and see if I can craft my first gun. But for that, I needed to gather a lot more resources. It wasn't long until I had my first pistol ready to go. Now, since we had something a little bit better to defend ourselves, I decided to go far inland to reach the blue compound that can spawn a blue crate with some real goodies. On my way, I found a bow and a bike.
Not for its own survival, but for the benefit of all humankind. Rosetta has dedicated the vast majority of its resources. The world may seem like a scary place, but rest assured that there's one organization still out there.
Few minutes later, I found my first weapon crate, but it was protected by some crazy-ass lady. Fortunately for me, I spawned my crazy-ass samurai, and he helped me kill her. Unfortunately, the compound did not spawn the blue crate. But I did kill some mobs and I found some pretty decent stuff in other crates. I was full, so I had to go back to the base and stash everything I had.
The Mayfly's extreme beliefs have led them on a bloody campaign of sabotage targeted at life-saving Rosetta research projects.
I gathered quite a lot memory chips, which allowed me to unlock some skills, and thanks to that, I could craft better guns such as MP5 or shotties, and I could also craft explosives like a grenade or a Molotov. I was slowly getting ready to try and raid my first base. In the meantime, our place also started looking much better. I now had a pretty decent base, 2 guns, a bow, some explosives, and I was ready to go and search for my first victims. My pickaxe wasn't very effective against the doors, so I decided to build a camp and quickly craft a torch. And that's exactly when the base owners showed up. Those guys had some pretty decent stuff. I picked up everything I could, and I continued performing the raid. It turns out my torch was useless, so I had to go back to the pickaxe. I destroyed the door, ran into their base like a goddamn tornado. I started looting and destroying absolutely everything. I was destroying and taking absolutely everything, but the owners weren't gonna give up. I realized I don't have enough explosives to destroy the whole base, so I decided to quickly ride back to my place, leave everything behind, and take some more explosives. By the time I came back, the cheeky mother truckers rebuilt their door. I burned the whole place down, and after that raid I had so many resources that I could easily go back to my place to build the second floor, roof, and a wall. It started looking extremely good. And motivated with the first success, I decided to gather everything up and go search for another base to raid. I'm not gonna lie, my place looked actually pretty sick. I was not expecting to have such a base in such a short time. I think we were doing really good. I did some really nice upgrades, and I think that we were ready to try and search for another base. Unfortunately for me, or fortunately, I chose a base with owners inside. The first guy made a huge mistake by leaving the door open with his AFK mate inside. I thought I heard two different sets of footsteps outside, so I was like, if they want to come in, they have to go through the door. But I guess it was a 3-man squad and the AFK guy came back and killed me from behind. Maybe a noob mistake, maybe not, but I still think that for a fresh player and for the first time, it was an absolutely amazing adventure. We've managed to gear up, build a pretty decent base, develop our character, and we almost solo raided 2 clans. It was definitely a great base for the future adventures. So to sum everything up, Once Human Raid Zone is kind of like Rust but for free. And if you want to try it by yourself, there will be a link in the pinned comment and in the video description. I really appreciate Once Human Raid Zone for sponsoring this video, and I truly hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.